Welcome to the Social Innovation Global Ethics Forum 2018 Speaker Interview Series on Decentro Report. Brought to you by HoryouToken, a cryptocurrency driving the new renaissance. A link to this awesome blockchain project is below. Hi everyone, I'm Decentro here at the CGEF 2018 conference, and I have Arndt Husar with me today. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
So I'll just quickly introduce you to the viewers. So Arndt Husar's career in the development sector has been focused on governance, but also has tackled the public sector's challenges in developing country contexts ranging from the local to the national level. Does that sound about right? Yeah, great. In your vision for the framework of a better future, what is the key issue that needs to change in the government?
Well, the framework for the future, if you speak about the Agenda 2030, the Sustainable Development Goals that come with it, government, or let's say the public service, public sector, is a key deliverer, a mode of delivery for this agenda. If you think about it, first of all, it was a decision by the leaders, by the national leaders, to agree on this agenda. Now, the first people they look to implement it is their public administration. How do you nationalize these goals? How do you put them into context, and so on and so forth? So the flow of, let's say, organizing around the SDGs would be through government at first. Then, of course, the whole spirit of the Agenda 2030 is to involve society, to involve private sector, to involve civil society, to involve academia, everybody pretty much around the table. So one of the bottlenecks, I think, within government or public administration to get this started is that the mindset that public officials used to have, which was to administer, has to change to more of a facilitation role. And that is not just related to the Agenda 2030, but also to the new demands that citizens put on their government. People in public administration need to become more able at facilitating conversations about the future, at organizing with new stakeholders, different partners, that means public sector, private sector, and how to bring them in on the agenda for the public good.
I really like your choice of language because facilitate as compared to administer, it's more of like a gateway that you're opening when you use the word facilitate, but when you think about administer, it seems like a barrier, like something that sort of gets in the way. So I'm all about language and the choice of words having a lot of meaning. So yeah, I would totally agree the government sector can facilitate more of what we want to do to initiate change. So as far as the social development goals go, the SDGs, personally, what are you more focused on?
So within the SDGs, there are 17 goals, obviously. I'm most focused on this number 16, which is related to effective institutions. This goes a bit wider. There's inclusivity part of it, there's rule of law as part of it, anti-corruption, various different targets. You have the 17 goals and you have 169 targets and many more indicators. So if you ask about the structure, 16 would be my home base. And from there, you have to be pretty much spread out across the agenda because government or public sector institutions are involved in the delivery of all these goals. Think of education, think about the environment, environmental protection, biodiversity. Wherever you have actions of the public sector, government needs to be ready to implement, to guide, to facilitate, and so on and so forth. So 16 as a home base, but pretty much around the entire agenda.
Do you foresee this new movement of decentralization contributing to the SDGs' eventual success, and how?
Well, if you're referring to decentralization that's been mentioned here in the conference about blockchain, for example, and decentralizing power, I think it gels with the overall sentiment of people that power needs to be distributed. At the same time, I don't think that's what we're seeing in reality. So it's a dream. It's an idea that people have been working on for many years, and you can actually see this shifting back and forth. You can see movements towards decentralization, and then you can see a counter movement towards centralization. This happened over history many times, where governments also, devolved some of their power, some of their financial decision making to lower levels, and then later found that that's not working and took it back. So I don't see this as a one answer to all of our needs. But I think it has its place, and it certainly works well with the new developments in technology and also the need for greater empowerment at the grassroots. Yeah.
That was really well answered. Any final words you want to share with viewers at this time?
I hope everybody is as excited as people here about the Agenda 2030, and that people are getting involved and find their place in making that happen.
A lot of people don't even know the SDGs exist, so that's part of what I'm doing, because I focus on blockchain, and my viewers are primarily interested in new blockchain technologies. But hopefully through my efforts, they're going to start thinking more about the SDGs and thinking about how their personal efforts can contribute toward the ongoing success.
That would be fantastic.
Right on. Well, thanks for being on the show. It was a pleasure. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Right.
Thanks. Before you move on, make sure you like and share this video. Also, please subscribe and ring the bell so you can catch the rest of the Decentral Report playlist for CGEF 2018, giving you a chance to meet all the speakers from this awesome event. Brought to you by HoryouToken, a cryptocurrency driving the new renaissance. A link to this awesome blockchain project is below.